हेलो। हेलो, गुड मॉर्निंग ऑल। हाँ, किसी को विजुअल स्टूडियो कोड में प्रोजेक्ट रन करने में दिक्कत आ रही क्या? जैसे कि एरर आ रहा है, लेकिन सीएम वही प्रोजेक्ट सीएमडी से ओपन किया तो चल रहा था, ऐसा कुछ इशू है क्या? शेयर करो आपकी स्क्रीन थोड़ा। हाँ, तो और किसी का सेम इशू है क्या? विजुअल स्टूडियो कोड से रन नहीं हो रहा है? शेयर कर स्क्रीन भूषण। हाँ, कोई भी एक करो शेयर, मैं उधर एक्सप्लेन करता हूँ। मेरा कैसा, ये ओएस है ना, ओएस पे कोई दिक्कत नहीं आ रही मुझे, तो विंडोज पे वो आ रहा है, तो देखना पड़ेगा विंडोज के इसमें जाके। शेयर करो किसी का भी एक का, तो मैं बता देता हूँ। ओपन करो, ओपन वीडियो शुरू करो। पावर शेल के। हाँ हाँ, एक मिनट, हाँ। ठीक है, आप क्या करो अभी, मैनेज आइकॉन पे क्लिक करो। ऊपर होगा, लेफ्ट, थ्री डॉट्स में जाओ, इधर थ्री डॉट्स में जाओ। नहीं नहीं, अभी सेटिंग में जाओ, सेटिंग में नीचे देखो। रन इन टर्मिनल है क्या ऑप्शन? यहाँ सेटिंग्स पे जाओ ना, और एक सेटिंग से अंदर आ। इसमें रन इन टर्मिनल है क्या ऑप्शन? सर्च कर रन इन टर्मिनल। रन इन टर्मिनल सर्च करो ना सेटिंग में। एक्सटेंशन सिक्योरिटी, ऊपर एक्सटेंशन डालो। रन इन टर्मिनल दिख रहा है? एक एक काम करो, फाइल में जाओ ऊपर, फाइल सबसे ऊपर, हाँ, या रन इन टर्मिनल ऑप्शन है कि? अभी नहीं। ये जहाँ हम एक्सपांड करते हैं ना, ये नीचे नीचे विजुअल स्टूडियो कोड के, या जहाँ एरर आ रहा है तेरा, या सीएमडी करो, सीएमडी पे जाओ, ऊपर ऊपर थोड़ा, इस साइड लेफ्ट राइट साइड, इसको प्लस, अभी इधर लिखो एनजी सब, वो पावर शेल में है ना, पावर शेल में दिक्कत आती है। एंगुलर कंपाइल अवेलेबल, ये तीनों डिलीट करो यहाँ से एक बार, कमांड सीएमडी एंड पावर शेल, और एक बार फिर से ऊपर से टर्मिनल ओपन करो, ऊपर से, ऊपर एकदम, हाँ। तो अभी थ्री डॉट्स पे जाओ, थ्री डॉट्स से देखो यार, रन एक्टिव फाइल सिलेक्टेड टेस्ट, ये पावर शेल को प्लस करो, पावर शेल करो इसको, एक्सपांड क्या लगा, तो ड्रॉप डाउन, एक मिनट में आ जाए सेटिंग में दिखाता हूँ। नहीं नहीं, सीडी कर बरं, तू तर बरं याच्यात, वरती वरती क्लिक कर, इथं सीएमडी वर, हाँ इथं कर सीएमडी कोड, कोड कर कोड, स्पेस स्पेस, कोड डॉट स्पेस, कोड, अरे कोड के बाद स्पेस फिर डॉट, ऐसा। हम्म कभी क्या क्या होता है, टर्मिनल प्रोजेक्ट भी सही सही ओपन नहीं होता है। अभी टर्मिनल में जाओ, उसी इस पे जाना चाहिए था ना, जो तेरा करंट ओपन है उसमें, पहला वाला पाथ शायद गलत था तेरा, जाटर विजुअल स्टूडियो कोड में जो नया वाला खुला है। बाकी लोगों के लिए मैं थोड़ा एक डॉक्यूमेंट बना के रखता हूँ कि कैसे सॉल्व करेंगे, तब तक हम थोड़ा आगे बढ़ते हैं। टर्मिनल में जाओ ना, टर्मिनल में जाओ, जल्दी रन करो। एनजीएस तक। देखते, मैं इसका एक डॉक्यूमेंट बना के रखता हूँ, तो सबको शेयर करता हूँ। अभी सीएमडी से जिसको जिसको नहीं हो रहा है, उन लोगों ने प्रोजेक्ट एक्सप्लोर पे फाइल पे जाओ, जहाँ अभी कोड किया था, सीएमडी कोड, हाँ यहाँ जाके सब रन करो, कमांड प्रॉम्प्ट से अभी रन करो। मैं एक डॉक्यूमेंट बनाता हूँ अच्छे से, दो तीन क्लॉज हो सकते हैं उसके, ठीक है। तो सब लोगों ने प्रोजेक्ट रन कर किया था ना, सब चीज़ें क्लियर है ना, मतलब अभी थोड़ा सीएलआई का इशू है वो, पावर शेल का, तो वो उसका मैं आपको एक डॉक्यूमेंट बना के देता हूँ, मुझे कल टाइम नहीं मिला, तो मैं एक डॉक्यूमेंट बना के रखता हूँ अच्छे से, दो तीन सीनरियो हैंडल करने उसमें। किसी को कल के लेक्चर में समझ में नहीं आ रहा है कोई जैसी चीज, लेआउट के बारे में कुछ थोड़ा क्वेश्चन करना है, थोड़ा एक 5 मिनट 10 मिनट, फिर आगे बढ़ते। हम्म। हो ते मी हो डिटेल राउटिंग परत घेणार आहे मी, हो राउटिंगची कन्सेप्ट परत घेतोय. तर आता तुम्ही म्हणजे नाऊ वी हॅव टू remember only like short part, like don't go to that detail, like why this JSON file and everything, because it will be little bit confused to all. Now like initial stage, like when you once you use 1.5 month Angular, that time you know that like when you go depth inside the project and everything, you know the everything structure. Now ignore like these things and proceed further. Like when you run our Angular project, then like this is the first interview question, like the interviewer asks like when you run an Angular project, which file first called, like that question every fresher, like interview uh, interview interview time the interviewer asks the question. That time you everyone freshers say that index.html will be run first. This is the wrong answer. Like you have to remember that when the you do ngser command on the compiler CLI, that time the main.ts file will be first called. Inside the main.ts we have bootstrapping concept. This is bootstrapping concept. Initialize your app. This is the entry point to your application, and we write your app module here, that goes to the our entry point app component.html. This is the answer, and understand only this part now. Once you 1.5 year of, like sorry, 1.5 month of knowledge, that time remaining things uh, you can understand easily. Okay, so don't so much confuse on file structure. Remember that which file will first call, and after that which file call and the project will be run. This is the main thing for initially. After that you don't have like a like when you use in Angular a lot of create the component, reading the everything, that time you clear remaining part. Okay, don't now confuse. Okay, we today we are covering router outlet and routing in Angular. So first we go to the router outlet. Router outlet, it is the part of like a routing purpose. Like I have one component in my Angular application, and I have to route uh, from one component to another component in my current application, Angular application. That time we use routing, and the routing supposed the router outlet. We have to define this directive in our app component HTML. This is our parent component. That is the definition is like is used in the template to define the location where Angular will render the component associated with the difference route. That's one meaning, like it will be navigate from like home 1 to home 2, home 4 to home 1. This is the routing purpose. We use the router outlet. This is the important part when we routing. Okay, I will share this document and yesterday document today. And when you navigate to specific route, Angular will load the corresponding component and display within the router element. Okay, this is the directive, and this is the syntax for the directive router outlet. We can use multiple router outlet in our current application. It is not mandatory only use only one router outlet. We can use multiple router outlet. I will show how to use router outlet and how it will be practically work. Okay, like first here we define our body. Inside the body, our initialize the first component app root. After that, going to the app root, I have defined here router outlet. Okay, this is the main component of the our application app component.html. Because in main.ts we declare the app module, and inside the app module we have HTML part. Here we write the router outlet. It will take care all the routing in current project. In one component to another component. Okay, this is the directive. You have to remember this also every time when we use routing, and we declare in only the our parent component. This is our origin or bootstrapping or endpoint of our application. Therefore we write here first. Okay, now we have to learn like how to create a module. Like this is the module. This file consider as a module, like app routing module.ts, app component.html, app component.css. This is a spec file, app component.ts and app module.ts. I will explain again this file with the help of creating this module first. Okay, I have write a command in chat. Go to the app. Everyone do these changes in your current project, like index.html. This part have already in your project. You have to add only this part, router outlet, in your HTML part, and remove the existing, like the by default Angular project give the welcome page, and that part we have to remove and insert this router outlet in app component.html. Everyone do this. Add the router outlet in app component.html. Please copy and paste this directive in your app component.html. After that I will explain the further part because it will handle the routing. Okay, राउटर आउटलेट आपण काय यूज करतो, कारण आपण जी राउटिंग करणार आहे आता, जसं की एक मिनिट दाखवतो तुला. जसं की आता मी जसं की ते एक हे नॅववर आहे, ठीक आहे. तर नॅववरनं मी याला राऊट झालो ना. आता सेलवर गेलो तर सेलवर राऊट होते, तुझा हा वरचा पार्ट चेंज होते पूर्ण. तर राउटिंग काय करतं, तुझा जो करंट राउटर आउटलेटच्या हेल्पनी तू एका हे जे कॉम्पोनंट आहे ह्या कॉम्पोनंटवरनं दुसऱ्या कॉम्पोनंटमध्ये जातो. न्यू रिलीजवर क्लिक केलं की तू न्यू रिलीजवर जातो असं. तर राउटिंगसाठी त्याचा यूज केला जातो. तर राउटर आउटलेट त्यासाठी इम्पॉर्टंट आहे तुमच्या प्रोजेक्टमध्ये असणं, कारण ते सगळं हँडल करतं तुमचं राउटिंगचं पार्ट. आणि ते राउटिंगचं पार्ट या डिरेक्टिव्हनी होतं. आणि ॲप मॉड्यूल डॉट टी एसमध्ये हा एक मेन रोल आपल्याला ॲड करायला लागतो ईच मॉड्यूलमध्ये, ॲप राउटिंग मॉड्यूल डॉट हे. आणि आपण इथं आपल्याला डिफाईन करतो सगळ्या राउटिंग. हे मेन, दिस इज द मेन पेज of our application, and we have to write all the routing here. ठीक आहे. आता ठीक आहे, सगळ्यांनी टाकले ना. हे सगळे कॉन्फिगरेशन आहे ते सगळ्यांच्या याच्यामध्ये ॲप राउटिंग मॉड्यूल डॉट टी एसमध्ये अँड ॲप मॉड्यूल डॉट टी एसमध्ये. आता आपण हे हे बाय डिफॉल्ट जेव्हा तुम्ही when you create any angular module or angular component, this is the file we have to angular give that structure. Like first is the each module, like I have created landing page, I have landing page module and landing page routing module, and inside the landing page I have the HTML, CSS, spec and TS. Okay, this is the module. This module we have to import in our app routing module.ts, and in routing we have add our routing path inside the component. This is the we use for routing purpose here, and this is the component structure. Inside we have at the red component selector is used for calling the this select. With the help of selector we call this component within our project. In template URL we write our HTML code, and in style URL we add our CSS, and this component we have to define in app module and app routing module. Okay, this is the common structure and everywhere we have to follow this. Now I am explaining you how to create the module and how to create the component in Angular. Okay, I will give the detailed explanation in notes, router outlet. You can refer also the example with. Okay, like I have also one example, routing concept, like a definition, like navigation from one page to another page. This is the main routing purpose. Okay, and we have at the rate angular and router. This is the imports we have to import in your component. Okay, and this is the like const variable. Inside I have declared one variable and its initializer and its value, and this is the standard format, like path. Like in simple bracket we have angular bracket, this is called curly braces or angular bracket. Okay, after that I have path inside string. In component I have to add this component who, like there I have to route. And when we path empty, that is the default, and when you write something inside the path, that have like a, I have go to the about component, I have go to the contact component, like it will be route that particular path accordingly. Okay, in chat I have write one command. First I have see how to create the module. Okay, here in app you have to click right click, open in integrated terminal. I have you have to see here, like I have the parent project and inside app, like I have to write here ng generate module services, for example services, and here I write routing hyphen. When I click this command, inside the app folder I have generate one module with routing. When I enter this, okay, you see in my parent app folder I have created services folder. Inside that service module and service routing. Now I have to create the component. That time I have in services folder I will create the right click and open in integrated terminal and write ng generate component our services. When I hit this inside services folder, I have one component our services, and when I do this with the terminal with the particular project path, it will automatically import my component in declaration, and in declaration part it will automatically import. Okay, this is the main layout that we have to follow when we create the module. That first we have to create the module file and routing file, and after that inside the services folder we have create the component. Okay, module I have already explained, this is the uh, like a service module. For example, I have to import this module in my app routing, and in service module we have the combination of we have to import our declaration. Inside the declaration we have add the component. Inside the imports we have add, this is the by default like common module, and this is the service routing module of the routing part. It will automatically, this routing will be imported in your app module. It will be help for the routing purpose. And this is our component automatically declaring in declaration. Okay, and now I have put the command in chat. Everyone try this, how to create the module. Go to the src. I have write the here step src app, and right click and open the terminal, and write here ng generate, g for generate, m for module, module name, for example home module. You can write anything, and after that routing like this will use for creating module routing file, and regenerate module home hyphen routing. Try this command, and we can also, with the help of, like when we open our project in file explorer, that path also you can go, in your project, like for example angular demo, click on the src, go to the app and enter uh, like path when you see on the file explorer, and open the cmd, and same command you can enter ng generate module home routing. It will create also, both way we can create. Okay, this is the how we create the module in our existing project. If any doubt, if anyone have doubt like how to create the module, why we create the module. and inside the home folder open the terminal and you also create the home one component. Okay, why create the module? Because in Angular we say that this is the MVC model view control based architecture, and we have component and the controller structure. When we create the module, like in Angular, one of the concept is like lazy loading, because sometimes I will explain the lazy loading concept, why we use the module, because this is the same answer, like it will helpful to understand the module concept with the lazy loading. Like I have one I have one large application, and inside that lot of modules, like for example I have my Pune Metro railway Pune Metro project. This is the website Pune Metro Maha. I have created this website. Okay, and inside that I have location of inside the all the like Pimpri Chinchwad, Shivaji Nagar and everything. And when I go to the services page, inside that I have add these services. For example, uh, online ticket booking. After that, access card. Because I have created that 50 to 30 module inside Angular project. Okay, but when I run the Angular project, every module will not loaded at a time. Like when I need that particular component, that sorry module, that time I call that module. Therefore, with the help of module, we can we can call our module on demand. Why it is like a on demand? Because the site performance will be reduced. Like when you without using module, when we run our project, it will be load up the application, or it will take the time when we click on somewhere in your application. That time the DOM or the browser will be take time to load everything. The mod like all the module it will take a lot of time. Therefore, in Angular, one of the concept is lazy loading. Lazy loading is used for like we call the module on demand. Like we need that module, we add the path component path load children, and inside that we have add our module. It will help like when I call this path, that time it will call, not the first time when I run the application. That time module will play the best role to improve the performance and fast experience of the user. Therefore, Angular support the new feature like lazy loading. Therefore, we create the module wise structure. Therefore, we create the module, not to create the component. Inside the module, we add our components, and that module we have to in our parent module. Yeah, each Angular project we have one file parent app routing module.ts. Inside that, we have to add our module, and that a module app routing module.ts, it handle all the routing with the help of other module. Okay, I will like practically it will implement it now, we, because this is the theoretical part, but module it is the important part, because it will take the performance improvement of the application. Like when user experience, when we click here and there, it will move fastly. This is the role the module define, like when we route from one module to another. Therefore, we create a module in our Angular application. Okay, everyone create the module. Like I have entered the chat the how to create the module, and the inside the particular module folder create the component. Everyone do any issue like creating the module component? Hello, hello. anyone tell like he can create a module component and understand like how we create the module and component? Can we explain it all of like one of the who created and tell me like it will create it successfully or not? Hello, can you hear me? Hello, I am audible. Hello, yeah, I am asking if anyone click create the module component or not. Huh? Sorry, I can't hear. No, route. You have create a routing or direct create the component. Inside the routing, inside the folder, like this structure, everyone follow. Like I have shown in the my project. Like this is the structure. Like this is the module and routing, and inside the landing page, I have created one component, landing page component. ठीक? Everyone do this. We don't create the direct component. First, we have to create the module, and inside the module, we have to create the component. Okay. Now we have to go to the app routing module.ts. Okay. Here we have to declare this part. Like when we call our module, that time we have to write here. This is standard syntax for routing the module, sorry, call the module for your parent module. This is the parent module, we our current project app routing module.ts. This is the main file. Here we declare all the our modules with the help of this syntax. This is the standard syntax. This is path. Inside the path we have add the where we have to go. For example, I have 10 module like landing page 1 to landing page 10. There, that time I have write here, because every time I don't have call 10 module. First I have called landing page 1 module by default, and when I write, this is the by default route. When we enter empty quotes, empty string, we don't write any here. That time our Angular project consider as empty and redirect your application to that particular module. Go to the my application, it will be show landing page work. This is my module. When I go here and go to the HTML part, you see I have write here my by default routing. It will redirect by default routing. Why? Because it will follow the first, go to the main.ts file. After that, go to the app module.ts. Inside the app module.ts, we have app routing module.ts. After that, it will go to the routing file, app routing. Inside that, it check that this is the path empty. That time it will redirect to that particular by default routes, and we can enter only one by default path. sorry, by default routes in our current project. Okay, I have write here some path, like I have created services. Okay, I have write my services, and here this is the load children, this is the syntax we have to follow. After that the arrow bracket, simple bracket with arrow function, and inside we have write import. Inside import, how we check the module path, that time we have to remove this, and our project src app. So inside I have services inside, and you have to select here service module, because we have to write here service, import your module, go to that particular module path, and I have to write here that services module name. Okay, and when I go here services module, in routing module I have declared this is the routing file. When we create a module, that time it will create the two file, app module.ts and app routing module.ts, sorry, service routing module. हे सर्व्हिस मॉड्यूल, म्हणजे मॉड्यूल का बनतात आणि राउटिंग का बनतात, जेव्हा आपण मॉड्यूल क्रिएट करतो. मॉड्यूल काय करतं, ह्या सगळ्यांचे हँडलिंगचं काम करतं. मॉड्यूलमध्ये काय असतं, तर सगळ्या गोष्टी आपण प्रीडिफाईन करतो की ह्या मॉड्यूलला कॉल केल्यावर आपल्या काय काय गोष्टी चालल्या पाहिजेत. तर ह्या मॉड्यूलचं नाव सर्व्हिस मॉड्यूल आहे, दिस इज द एक्सटेन्शन लाईक एक्सपोर्ट क्लास @ng मॉड्यूल डेकोरेटर. इनसाइड दॅट वी हॅव, आपल्याकडे दोन पार्ट असतात. डिक्लेरेशन, इथं इथं आहे ना नेहमी कॉम्पोनंट असतात, आणि इथं नेहमी मॉड्यूल असतात. जेव्हा आपण ह्या मॉड्यूलला कॉल करतो ना ॲप राउटिंगमधनं, तर हे जे मॉड्यूल आहे ना सगळं काम करतं तुमच्या ह्या कॉम्पोनंटचं, जे माझं कॉम्पोनंट बनलंय ना त्याला हँडल करायचं. त्यात तुम्ही काय लिहिलं HTML CSS TS, हे तुझं काम करतं, आणि ह्या सॉरी याच्यात काम करतं. आणि राउटिंग जे आपण इथं लिहिलंय सर्व्हिस राउटिंग मॉड्यूल टी, सर्व्हिस राउटिंग मॉड्यूल फाईल, ती आपण इथे इम्पोर्ट करतो इम्पोर्ट्समध्ये इथे. तर हेच याचं काम काय आहे का, तो राउटिंग हँडल करतो, आणि याचं काम काय आहे, तुझ्या HTML TS मध्ये कोड काय लिहिला त्याला रेंडर करायचं. Like when we create a module, the service module file play the important role. Inside the file we have declaration. Inside the declaration we have component. That component handle the our HTML and TypeScript code. In imports we have route, like common module and service routing module. It will handle your routing part. Like I have navigate from service module to landing. It will take care all these things. This is the standard structure, and we have to follow. And do not place here and there, like you can't copy here and paste here, it will not work, because in declaration we have add only the component, and in imports we have add the module. This is the component, ending part is the component. Everywhere when we create the component it will be given, and in module is the ending part of module. Don't add here and there, don't confuse. In declaration we have to add only the components, and in imports we add only the module. Okay, this is the main things. This is the two file important. In routing, when we go to the routing file, this is the main structure. Like in Angular core and Angular router, these two files are imports, like ng module and routes. This is the variable const, and I have initialized with routes, routes. This is the syntax. Okay, and here also the here you have to also the imports inside the router module dot. This is the standard for child routes, and we have to export this module, router module. Okay, and now this is the play important role for the routing of component, one component. Okay, I have go here. You have to enter between the simple bracket. After that, this is the everyone say curly braces, angular brackets. So remember two things: curly brackets or angular brackets. This called the angular brackets or curly brackets. Okay. When we click inside, you have to remember this syntax: path empty and component. These two things we have to remember when we create a routing. Okay, that time here we have to add our component name like our services component. Okay, this is the main, like inside our services I have one create another component ng generate component. When I create a services to component, that time that it will create the component. I have route this component routing. That time I have create here path. Here I write like in your mind why, like first video path is empty and another is service 2. Okay, I will explain this. Like I have right here my services model. Okay, and this I have add in my first component inside, like here. Go to the service model. When we see here, the main difference is when I run the project, my by default module will be run app landing page, but I have also the module services. But our Angular application check in app routing module.ts. Here is the empty na, so by default route will be called, not call the every module, because it will help to improve our application performance and everything. Because now this is the main part. Either when we run our project, every component will be called when you not any module, lot of modules or module structure. That time unnecessarily your module, sorry, unnecessarily your component will be called. It is the reduce the performance of the application. Therefore, we follow the path load children and routing part in Angular. I have give the example and I have show here also the in element. Use see here, this is the app landing page. It will load only that landing page module, not services module, because the existence of the services module not present here, like when applicable when Angular application run. म्हणजे काय झालं आता इथं मी बाय डिफॉल्ट ॲप राउटिंग मॉड्यूलमध्ये लँडिंग पेजला कॉल केलं ना, तर त्याने लँडिंग पेजलाच माझ्या रन केलं. बाकीच्या मॉड्यूलला त्यांनी रन नाही केलं. त्यामुळे काय झालं, तुमच्या मॉड्यूलच्या तुमच्या वेब ॲप्लिकेशनचा परफॉर्मन्स वाढला. आता तुम्हाला तिथे जायचंय नेक्स्ट स्टेप बाय सर्व्हिसेस. आता हे मॉड्यूल कॉल करायचंय. तुम्ही काय करणार इथे आपल्याकडे राउटर एलिमेंट राउटर लिंक म्हणून डायरेक्ट HTML मधनं ॲक्सेस करता येतं आणि क्लिक फंक्शन पण आहे. तर हिअर आय हॅव राईट router link and that module name I have a module name that in my app routing my services. Okay, it will go to the service page and by default it will go to the landing module. See the difference, like I have explained today the concept, like when we call module in our app routing module dot file. Here we have learned how to route the page or module with the help of router, outlet, path, load children, path component in routing file. It will helpful to improve the performance of the application, and when we need that particular module, that time we call. Here I don't need for that uh, service module now, because I am in default routing in landing page. This is the landing page. When I inspect, you see here only app landing page. This is our app landing module and app landing HTML page. This is the HTML. Inside we have write. That time only app landing module will be called, not a service module call. But we in our project we have defined. But I just click here my service module, it will route that particular module. You see here it will go to the app services. Inside app services module, and I have write here one syntax, our service works. So how it will HTML will be render service work. When I go here to the module and in my routing file, I have give here also the empty path, and inside I have write our service component now. When I go here, go to definition and check the HTML part, it will work. By default path will be render your component that you like don't have any path, it will first call. And I have inside I have write one anchor tag, and I have write here router link, and I have my routing in service routing module.ts service 2, and I have right here it will go to my service 2 component, and I have write here service 2 welcome service 2. Okay, see the magic now. I have write here Okay, now observe, this is my first module. When I run my Angular application, this is the landing page. It will call on only the landing because I have right here empty route path. When I click on my service module, it will go to the service module. You see here, you see here like a app services. Inside we have services module. When I click on the go to my service to component, observe the route. It will here print the my to service. What I write here, that service to, it will be here. It will say service to component. Okay, now service to, it will route to the service to component. And I have mistake the spelling, I think. 1 minute. Services to, cannot route the sing service to. I have forgot the declare here component, that will throw the error. Okay, I have add the component here. I will check first it will import declare in another component or not. Yeah, it's not added, therefore we have to add there. Now it works fine. Okay, welcome to service 2. Now I go to the by default localhost. I will explain thoroughly again. This is the, I have see the code also. This is the by default port when I running H4200. How it will be check everything. Okay, close this landing page services. Okay, it will go here first. After that here we write, therefore it go here, and here we have declare our routing, our component. Inside we have handle the routlet. It will handle our everything routing part. After that we have one routing module.ts. Inside that we have path, load children, and import our module. And here I write empty path. Therefore our first page it will redirect to the this empty path. Therefore it will show here by default routing. I have write in landing page HTML part, by default routing. Clear? And when I click go to the service module, that time the service module code will be called, that I have write here in my path, my services. When I click, that service module will be called, and inside the service module I have one routing added here, path component. It will show this by default, and I have navigate that service module, inside that service module to, inside the service module to another service to component. When I click on this, it will go to that service to component. It is easy, but it will, I think, little bit confused, but it is like you can ask now, like how we, like the project will be know like the application how work, like when we add this, how it will be redirect from we here and there. If anyone question, because I will uh, show you everything. We have to like default path, that time Angular no, like we have to route there first, and after that we decide like inside a path we have add our like home to home one my page, that module will be called, or that component my page my module my home page, it will check the path inside the string we have enter, and we have here enter na, that part we have to add in our router link. This is the handle the part of routing. There is two way, you can write here direct click method. This is the first way, and another way is click, write the method name, go to my, go to my service, nts. We have constructor, I will explain tomorrow lecture what is constructor and hoop, like Angular loop cycle. Here I have paste this method, and I have import the constructor here. This is the private, inside I have declare variable and input the router. Sorry, I have forget here, I have to add here, sorry. And I have write here this dot router method give the two URL, navigate by URL. I will explain the bit difference both of them separately. And here I have to write my services. Now I have comment this and check this it will work or not. Go to here. Okay, it will throw error because I have add here app, it will not need it. Okay, it will go service 2. We can with the help of directly write in HTML part router link, and we have another method like create a click method, normal click method inside your HTML tag, and in TS part we have to router, that is the Angular router we have import, and inside that two method navigate by URL and navigate, it will handle your routing. Okay, clear? If anyone try like a route from one component to another, how to declare a module in app routing module.ts. If you have face any issue, please ping me like I'm not able to route, I'm not able to import module. Hello. Okay, guys, I will share the documents and the record video to you understand today's routing part and how to declare a component module and how to do routing. Hello. Hello. If if any doubt, please talk me like. Sorry. Sorry. I can you repeat the question? Yeah. Quickly you can share. Yeah. Share your screen. I will stop my screen. लास्ट काय गेलाय का मला साबण आणायचं तरी साबणच संपले ऑर्डर करतो ब्लिंकिट नाही पटकन तरी ओटीपी काय येईना मला अरे गलत नंबर टाकला yeah you can share na your screen and you can share your screen and show me the problem quickly. I have no time now because I have to go somewhere. Open now project. Why you here and go file open folder go to the open folder and select your project where you have to create. Sorry. Yeah, I'm saying that open go to that file explorer where we have create your project. Go no this is file explorer like my behind the Microsoft Edge. In go to the down of the your screen where you have WhatsApp, Visual Studio Code, File Explorer, File Manager, File Explorer. Go to the File Explorer. Yeah, I will connect separate to with you. Okay. I will show like I have prepare a note for that how to solve this PowerShell issue. Everyone do that, it will work fine. Okay, because somewhere the location of the node.js and the PowerShell will not meeting, therefore it will throw an error. Okay. Okay, guys. Hope you are creating the module and add the routing because everyone not answering and everything. Because you have tell me na like you have face any problem like routing part, import the module, how to call that module. Okay, tomorrow we overview this part again and we cover more things tomorrow also. Okay, thank you. I will share the notes and video. Thank you, guys. मंगल की अरे यार, ये तो आसमान का देखा